All right, man. It's the Achilles. It was the worst possible thing you could have imagined from what it looked like, and yep, that's what it was. Jayson Tatum torn right Achilles tendon. Obviously, he's out for the rest of these playoffs, and he's going to be out for next season, we assume, as well. And you hope that, he's good to go at the beginning of 2 seasons from now. And look, I know that there's basketball team building stuff to talk about here with the Celtics and now having, as far as title contention goes, a lost season and everything. And, maybe I'll get to that in this video, maybe I won't. Obviously, you'll find other sources for it. I just want to be a fan, and I just kind of want to talk for a second, okay? Jayson Tatum just turned 27 years old. He was having one of the best games he's ever played for this team against the Knicks, making crazy, tough jumpers. They might have still lost the game anyway. They were down, 7 or whatever when he actually went down, but still, I think about that game. If you don't want to count that one because of whatever, again, maybe they were going to lose. You think about the game 6 versus the Bucks. You think about whatever else, and obviously Tatum can still have those types of games throughout the rest of his career. But with him being just 27 now, I've probably realistically got 7, 8 years of this guy being the best player on my favorite team. An Achilles injury takes one of those years off the table, and who knows what the age 34 season looks like or whatever because of this, right? You think about KD with the Achilles, and yeah, KD's still been able to be KD, but he does not get to the basket as much as he once did. Tatum is younger, all that stuff, fair, but the fear here is that you go from, I don't know, wherever the hell Tatum's ranked in the league, like is he the 5th, 6th best player, whatever he is, does this drop you down to I don't know, number 9 when you're back in a couple of seasons? Still great, still fantastic, but you just start to have different conversations about the team, about Jayson Tatum, whatever. I don't know. I think you can expect him to still be awesome, and is he still at peak Tatum on both sides of the floor? I don't know. But I also was just, before last night, you just kind of assume, okay, there's questions long term between Porzingis' salary and Drew's contract and whatever the hell else, right? But I just kind of assumed that the season that the Celtics are about to have now just wasn't really part of the equation for a while for me. And it felt good to, you take all this stuff for granted, right? And, if depending on what team you're a fan of, then year to year, you just have mystery about, is the best player going to get to some certain level, and what's the team going to look like this season compared to a few years from now? And call it spoils of riches or whatever the hell in basketball senses, but to now be in that situation, it just makes you kind of take a step back and perhaps try to retroactively appreciate the championship more. You try to appreciate championships as much as you can, and while day to day it can be oh, they lost to Miami in the conference finals or whatever the hell, but it certainly beats, I don't know, are we a playoff team next season? I don't know, probably, with the way the Eastern Conference is going to be looking. And if Giannis ends up getting traded to the West, then okay. But I guess just in real time, I got to think about different types of things with my team compared to what I was thinking about legit 3 days ago. And especially a week ago before this Knicks series began. To think about Tatum some more, man. This dude's awesome. I love Jayson Tatum. And obviously his career is not over. I'm not going to try to have this sound like a damn near obituary for the guy's career. He will be back and he'll be doing great things on the court in due time. But thinking about the process year to year with him and how early in his career it's, you got to get the shot chart more efficient. You got to weed out some of these mid-rangers. And then later on it becomes you got to get better at attacking. You got to get better at drawing fouls. You got to become a better playmaker. You got to do all this. And he's done it year after year. Now, sure, he hasn't been perfect the whole way through. I'm well aware of what his shooting splits were last playoffs. And, it feels bad to say this now, but it's not as if I had many nice things to say about this team just based on the first 2 games of this series. You know what I mean? But even so, it's been great to just see the process year after year for him. And, this is going to be just another part of the story. And, again, I still think he's going to be one of the best players in the league when he's back and everything, but it sucks to have 1 year taken off the board, especially when he just turned 27 years old, you know what I mean? So, sucks. Look forward to seeing him again. And then the other conversation comes in with this team, which they have some of their future picks, but not all of them. You have Porzingis on this 1-year deal where, 1 year after this one. Porzingis has not done a whole lot in the playoffs. Between whatever the hell's going on with him right now. The biggest playoff moment he's had for them was probably game 1 against Dallas, unless I'm forgetting something else. He's played about 90-something regular season games for them, and when he was hitting, it was like, oh my god, this team goes to a totally different level with him. But we all know the financial crunch this team's going to be on, so it would not surprise me at all for Porzingis to be on a different basketball team next season, especially 2 years from now, okay? Drew, who's on this long contract, where I'm going through phases of like, are they not featuring him enough in the offense? But also, is he just simply not good enough on offense anymore to do that with? I don't know. Jaylen, look, I've had my criticisms about Jaylen Brown in this series. You can find them just in the, 2 videos ago, based on this one. It's been a lot of videos over the last 15 hours or so. Do I want Jaylen Brown moved? No. I've been firm on that one for years. I'm going to continue it. If that is a hot take within the last 24 hours among Celtics fans, then so be it. I don't care. And also, Horford, Horford's a free agent this offseason, man. Is this Al Horford's last season in the NBA? I mean, it has to happen at some point. I understand if you're not a Celtics fan, that one might not hit as much, but Al Horford has been such a constant throughout this whole thing between the Isaiah days and now, the Kyrie days as well. He's been here for the whole thing pretty much, with a little detour in Philly and OKC. And I guess I'll just leave it with this. Whatever financial stuff happens, I'm not going to try to twist myself into a whole thing trying to find imaginary trades right now, and also I don't like doing that stuff anyway. But I will just say that whatever big financial trades you might want to imagine for this team, it's probably going to require draft picks if you're talking about getting off of money, okay? Or it's making moves for other types of money that is also not great, but perhaps the years are less or whatever, and you still want to maintain being this awesome team. Sure, we can get into the weeds of it all, but I don't think that this needs to be some drastic shake-up damn near the whole thing around Jayson Tatum for him to be back in 2 years. I want Jaylen Brown. I want Derek White. Pritchard is on a great deal. This doesn't need to be a seismic thing, but they're probably going to need some shuffling in the front court. So that's about it. The last thing I've got for you, as this team is down 3-1 going to Boston for a Game 5 against the Knicks, I hope they win. I hope Jaylen drops 40-something. I hope Derek White makes 9 threes. I hope Drew Holiday has a 2018 Drew offensive game or something. And I hope they take it back to New York for a Game 6. What else am I going to do?